Hi, I'm Hans Stephenson. Today we're going to tie a tungsten psycho nymph, a fly that's available from Solitude Fly Company that we sell in the shop, but it's got some fun materials that we use in it, and it's been a great fly for us this last guiding season. So I'm going to show you guys that tie your own how to tie it. We've got a copper bead on a scud hook in the vise. We're going to start some olive thread. Tie this in olive or black. You can use a black thread and tie a black version of this. Go to the back of the hook. We're going to tie in some tail fibers. I'm using coq-de-leon here. You can use hackle fibers from grizzly hackle or olive hackle fibers. I like the speckling and durability of the coq-de-leon. Once we've got that tied in, we're going to tie in some wire for a rib using olive ultra wire. This is going to be a thread-bodied fly, so for the abdomen I'm going to make on my return to the front of the hook a nice even thread body. I'm using a little smaller thread than I probably should for this size hook, but once we've got that on, we're going to rib the fly to give it some segmentation. Now that the fly is ribbed, tie that off. Now we're going to do a wing case, and for a wing case I'm going to use black crystal flash. You could use a black biot here as well, but I'm going to use black crystal flash. Now, the cool material is called pseudo hackle. And it's basically organza fibers that are trapped in a ribbon. And what you do is you cut off the top edge where this binding material is on the opposite side of the ribbon, or halfway down the middle, however long you want your legs to be. Then you pull out the fibers that run lengthwise that hold it all together. You end up with a hackle of organza. It makes really nice legs on a fly. We're going to tie that ribbon of organza in. Hairline pseudo hackle. Now we've got our hackle tied in for our legs. We're going to dub a thorax. Fairly fat little ball. And now, I'm going to take that pseudo hackle. Just going to make a couple of wraps through that thorax, and you get these cool little light-filled fibers that stick out for legs. Now that we've wrapped that hackle, we can trim out the excess. What we'll do now is we'll take and tie in some crystal flash on either side of the thorax, just one strand. Make a leg on either side. Trim that just so it hangs out just a little bit past the edge of the thorax. Now that we've got those legs tied in, we'll pull the wing case over the back of the thorax. Pull that down. Trim off the excess. And then go ahead, half hitch or whip finish. After the whip finish, go ahead and trim off your excess. And there's the tungsten psycho nymph. You get this nice kind of gilled leg effect from that ribbon, organza ribbon that Hairline Dubbing markets as pseudo hackle. So there's the tungsten psycho nymph. You can see those nice legs there, the pseudo hackle make. And the only thing I could do to this fly right now is just trim the tails down a little bit, not quite as long. And that's been an awesome fly for us as a lead fly, but also as a dropper in the smaller sizes like a 20, fished behind a a bigger nymph. Tie some of these psycho nymphs up and you'll get to play around with that fun pseudo hackle and get a cool leggy effect that you won't have been able to do before you found that material. Again, I'm Hans Stephenson from Dakota Angler and Outfitter. We just finished tying the Tungsten Psycho Nymph, and you can get the pseudo hackle at Dakota Angler and Outfitter. Happy tying.